So I drive Uber to make money, and I bought a little car that looks funny. So sit right down and let's see if I can make this Chevy look less dorky. Yeah. Okay. So today we're going to get rid of these symbols. At least I hope we're going to. I don't know. I watched another YouTube video. I have no idea what I'm doing. So let's get it done, son. So first we're gonna get our trusty heat gun, and I'm gonna try and use one of these scraper things so I don't burn the crap out of my hands getting these letters off. And I guess we'll see how this goes. I watched another video where this guy just used a heat gun and kind of warmed the letters up and they came right off. So let's give it a shot and see what happens here. So I put some heat on the first letter, and amazingly it just kind of popped right off. It was pretty cool. So once I had that figured out, it was just a matter of putting heat on each of the letters one at a time and popping them out. I honestly figured it would be harder, but it really wasn't. At one point, the letters just almost fell off, which was kind of cool. We're doing this debadge in preparation to start wrapping the car. That, and I'm not going to put the badges back on. I hate them personally, but that's a whole nother story. On the big Chevy symbol, I actually put a little extra heat on it because I didn't really know if it was going to stick better or be harder to get off or anything like that. But honestly, it came off pretty easy. Ta-da! All done. So that went pretty easily. I lost the V. Whatever. So now all I gotta do is get rid of this crap. And it should look pretty decent, except for these two holes. I gotta figure out what the hell I'm gonna do to plug those. We'll figure that out later. I assume that I'm not supposed to use a scraper. So, acetone? Let me think about this for a minute. So my wife makes stuff like cups and t-shirts and stuff like that. And she had acetone. So I figured, why not? Now I know acetone can mess up the clear coat and all that. But like I said, we're going to wrap this car, so I really didn't care. Some acetone on a towel and a little bit of elbow grease, and it actually came out pretty good. I was kind of impressed. Well, I gotta go over it with a clean towel because it's all smudged up and yucky. You can still kind of see the outline, but like I said, that's gonna get covered up. Now we're off to this, which I've kind of already started. Let's see how well this goes away. So, with some heat and some acetone and a scraper and some glass cleaner just to get the acetone off once you're done, or you can just wash the car. I was lazy. We got all of these little letters and that guy off. I have to fill these two holes. It's still there, but from 5 feet, it's barely visible. All of this is basically prep work because I'm going to attempt to wrap this car myself and have a cool idea for a two-tone paint job. So I'm gonna have to find a new antenna because that thing is freaking hideous, and I'm gonna have to take it off anyways. And we're gonna start with the hood. We're gonna do the roof, then we're gonna come back and do the trunk. And if I can get all three of those done, then I will order the second color and we'll start laying real vinyl on this bad boy. If not, I'm gonna have a really weird looking car. Okay, so now we got to get rid of the holes that were left by the badge. Obviously you can't leave it like that, especially if you're gonna wrap the trunk. water get behind it and cause all kind of problems. First thing I had to do was make sure that I could see the holes, I could get to them, which I could, which made life easy. Basically, my redneck mechanic kicked in and said, what's the easiest way to plug a hole? Stick weld. So some stick weld, some tape, and my general idea was just to tape off the holes and patch it from the backside with stick weld, and hopefully the tape would keep it flat enough to where I didn't have to do any sanding or body work or any of that crap. And so basically I plugged the holes with some tape, mashed up some stick weld, and smashed it all into the holes and kind of spread it around the back of the trunk to make it even and make sure that it actually stuck. Stick weld's awesome. You can fix all kinds of stuff with it. You can drill it, you can grind it. They actually have a stick weld that you can use on leaks that are actually live leaking. You can use it underwater. This stuff is awesome. I've fixed many problems with stick weld. So I came back a couple hours later, and it's that dingy gray, so I know it's dry, at least enough to work with. So I went ahead and decided to go ahead and pull the tape off the trunk to see if it went well, and heck yeah, went great. There's almost no divots. You can run your finger across it, and it looks good. So now we're pretty much ready to wrap the trunk.